On tonight's new episode of Am I on the Air, we're going to talk a little Electric State. We're also going to remind you that Novocaine is now in theaters and you should go watch it. I finally checked out Piece by Piece, the Pharrell Williams Lego movie. That was definitely interesting. We're going to talk about it. Over on the TV side, Apple TV Plus does it again with another amazing new show, Dope Thief. We're going to talk Running Point on Netflix and Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 4 is here as well. Plus, we're going to get into the news of the week. So strap on in, because it's time for Am I on the Air? Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy once again that you are here to join me to get caught up with the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Tonight, it's season 29, episode 26, and tonight's show is titled Rage with the Machines. We're going to be breaking down the news from March 12th through today, March the 18th. We're going to be talking a couple movies, a couple TV shows, and then, of course, we're going to dive into the news of the week. So let's get her going. Let's jump right in. I'm going to briefly talk about The Electric State. This is a movie that hit Netflix this weekend, long anticipated movie from the Russo brothers. That's right, Anthony Russo, Joe Russo, the same men that brought us Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Captain America, Civil War, Avengers, Infinity War, Avengers, Endgame. They also did The Gray Man. They did Cherry. They don't do too many movies, but they've done a handful of some pretty good things, especially in the Marvel world. And we all know that they're coming back to the Marvel world to do the next two Avengers movies. They're about to shoot those back to back. Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So that's going to be awesome. But a couple years ago, we had reported on this show that they were doing this sci-fi movie based on a novel called The Electric State. And this movie's even written by the guys who did the last two Avengers movies, Marcus and McFeely. So your core base from the Avengers team is here to show us a story about an orphan teen that hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long-lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wise-cracking sidekick. So here's the thing with Electric State. I saw this movie over a year ago. It's crazy how early I saw this movie. From time to time, thanks to this show, I get hooked up by Netflix and they allow me to see something early and give my feedback. And so I saw The Electric State over a year ago and I was so excited to see it. Now, there was a lot of this movie that was incomplete. There was a lot of unfinished visual effects. Definitely took me in and out of the movie at times, right? Because one scene would be totally done and then the next scene it's an animatronic, it's a drawing, it's something that hasn't been completed. And I even think that some of the voices of some of the robots changed from when I saw it to the final verdict. But of course, your headliners here are Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt. They're the ones that head this up. But you also have Anthony Mackie as a voice, Alan Tudyk as a voice, Stanley Tucci is in here, Woody Harrelson is a voice, Ki-Hoo Kwan, Jenny Slate, Brian Cox, Giancarlo Esposito. This movie has a gigantic cast. And I was really in because I like Millie Bobby Brown. I love Chris Pratt. I love the Russo brothers. This has the mix to be incredible. Is it incredible? No, it is not incredible. But is it a fun movie? I had a blast with this film. Now, I saw it a year ago. So again, my memory isn't super fresh. I want to go watch this again because I am curious to see. Because the reason they show us these movies so early and get your feedback is because they can go back in and they can do some reshoots and they can tweak some things and change some things up. And I am very curious to go back and see this finished version of the movie with all the special effects and to see if anything changed. Is the story intact? Did they swap anything up? So I'm very curious to see. I just have not had a chance to sit down and watch it again yet, but I definitely will. But I remember when this came out, we watched it with the family, my wife, my daughter, and we all liked it. We all had a good time with it. My daughter really, really liked it. She actually the other day said, "Hey, did you see it's on Netflix? I want to watch it again." So I'll probably watch it with her. And but I see that there's a lot of people online ripping this movie, talking about what a disaster it is and what a letdown and this and that. I'm not sure, like, I don't understand the negativity all of a sudden with movies. Like, it's so incredible to me how many movies can come out that are actually pretty decent and just get ripped to shreds by people. Like I said, like this is a fun sci-fi movie where it's in the future, the robots had taken over, and then the robots kind of got pushed to the wasteland, and then the people and the robots don't get along, and then it's like this journey for her to get her brother back, but there's so much in between the robots that they got to deal with, and all the robots are super funny and everybody has their own personality. I thought it was visually very cool. I thought it had some great humor. I thought the chemistry between Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown was great. The robots are amazing. I had a fun time with this movie. Like I said, it's not amazing, it's not excellent. I wish it would have been a little bit better, to be honest, just with the team that's behind this thing. But for a science fiction, drama, adventure, I think it hits the nail on most of the heads. And it's just streaming on Netflix, man. You got nothing to lose. So I definitely think it's worth the check out. I would give The Electric State 3 out of 5 stars. I think it's a solid film, and you'd have a good time with it. Next up, I just really quickly want to give a shout out to Novocaine. Novocaine came out last weekend. I reviewed it on last week's show because I got to see the movie a week early and I really, really liked it. But of course, since this is the new movie of the weekend, it's the new #1 film in America, I really wanted to shout it out again and just give my quick review in case you missed last week's episode. The movie's great. I love Novocaine. It's another 3 out of 5 stars, but it's really, really solid. It's a fun flick. It's got great action. It's gory. It's got a really cool premise. And Jack Quaid is great. Amber Midthunder is great. And the movie really hits all of its marks. I wish it would have done better. Yes, it's the #1 movie, but it was a very, very slow weekend at the box office. And it only made like $8 million. So definitely had room to do better. So I hope people hear the word of mouth and go out and support this thing a little bit more. So check out Novocaine now in theaters. And then my third movie here, I watched at home the other night with my daughter. My daughter was like, "Hey, can we watch this new Lego movie?" And I already had it on my queue, and I was like, "Yeah, let's watch it. Let's check it out." I'm talking about Piece by Piece. This is the bio film about Pharrell Williams from the Neptunes, and "'Cause I'm happy." Pharrell has been around for a long time, one of the greatest producers, makes great beats. He's always on the hook of songs. Pharrell, and they wanted to do his story. And, he's an eclectic guy, and he said, "Hey, do my story, but let's do it as a Lego movie." And it plays out really, really cute, and it allows them to do some extra cool things with it. Um, it's funny because when we started the movie, we didn't even make it like 5 minutes in, and my daughter was like, "Yeah, this wasn't what I was expecting. Can we shut it off? I'm bored." And I was like, "Give it a chance. It's only been 5 minutes." And, we're like 10 minutes in, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm out. I think I'm going to go upstairs and go to my room." And I'm like, "Will you just give this movie a shot, please?" Like, and I was almost with her at this point. The movie's very slow in the beginning, and I was like, "Uh-oh, this isn't what I was expecting." But once the movie gets going and we start to get into the story of how he fell in love with music and how he started to make music with his band and how he met his friends and they started to crank out these hits, the movie really takes off, and it's very, very cool. And you get to hear all these songs that I had forgot that he was even a part of. And it's just an hour and a half. It ends up telling a really cool story, and by the end of it, I had a great time watching this one. My daughter the same. When it finished, my daughter was like, "Wow, I'm glad we continued to watch it and you didn't shut it off because I really liked it." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, see?" So I was like, "See, that's why you don't judge a movie in the first 5 to 10 minutes." So Piece by Piece definitely is worth a watch. This movie is streaming on Peacock right now, so if you haven't seen it, you can stream it for free. Just check it out on Peacock, and I would give Piece by Piece 3 out of 5 stars. All right, over on the TV side, my big new show of the week is Dope Thief. This is a new crime drama that airs on Apple TV Plus, and I've said it a million times on this show. If it's an Apple TV Plus show, you're probably going to love it. Their track record is so damn good. And again, they've knocked it out the park. They released the first 2 episodes of Dope Thief. I watched both episodes and I loved it. This one here, starring Brian Tyree Henry, Wagner Mora is in this, and they're just two guys that basically pose as DEA agents and rob drug dealers. That's right. They rob them of their drugs, they rob them of their money, and they get away with it because they pose as cops. They handcuff these people and then they take off. And then they go and pull this really big heist and they fucked with the wrong people and now they're being chased and there's another crew coming after them for their money and we're just off to the races. I loved it, man. Brian Tyree Henry is great in this. I love the premise. It has me on the edge of my seat. Ving Rhames pops up in this thing as well. I like where it's going. Like I told you, man, we knew we were going to get a banger once I knew this was on Apple TV Plus, and it's a big thumbs up for me. So definitely check out the first 2 episodes. I also checked out the new Netflix show Running Point, which came out a couple weeks ago. They've already renewed this for a second season, so very cool to see. This is the show starring Kate Hudson, as she basically gets appointed as the president of a basketball team called the Waves. Um, Her brother on the show ends up going to rehab. He was the boss of the team. He goes to rehab. He appoints her as the new boss while he's in rehab. And then we're kind of off to the races here. This is a comedy. It's a little half-hour comedy, 10 episodes. And, it's about a woman taking over this basketball team and all the other people that want her to fail and want to try to bring her down. I really like this show. I really do. It's pretty damn funny. It's got a great cast, and I just love the way it plays out, man. It is when Netflix can hit it on a sitcom, they usually do pretty damn well with it because it doesn't play as cheesy as like a typical sitcom on like an NBC, CBS, ABC, like on your national television. Um, but it works, man. She's really funny in this kind of role, and you see a lot of familiar faces pop up, and everybody's really, really good in this. So I give it a big thumbs up as well too, man. Definitely check out Running Point if comedy's your thing over on Netflix. And lastly, I just want to shout out that Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 4. That's right. The new Season 4 of Raising Kanan is back over on the Stars Network. Um, Here's what I'm going to say about it. I like this show, but I do not love it like I love everything else in the Power universe. I love the show Power. I love that they spun it off into these other shows, like Ghost, which is amazing. You got Tommy's show, which is amazing. And then you get Raising Kanan. And I just, for some reason, this show doesn't click with me as much. Like I said, I still like it, but it's almost, I don't know, man. Sometimes I want to say it's almost like a chore to watch because it just doesn't hit for me like these other shows do in this universe. It's hard for me to connect with any of these characters. I feel like nobody's likable. So I struggle a bit with it. It's still decent. It's still good. I'm glad it's back, but this isn't one that I'm like, run to the hills and check it out, as I would with anything else in this Power universe. So, but definitely it's worth a shout out now that it's back. It's been a while, and season 4 is here. So, there you guys go. That's what we got on the TV side and the movie side. Let's recap. Electric State is now streaming on Netflix, 3 out of 5 stars. Novocaine now in theaters, 3 out of 5 stars. Piece by Piece streaming over on Peacock, 3 out of 5 stars. Dope Thief, awesome, awesome over on Apple TV Plus. Running Point, big thumbs up over on Netflix. And Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4. now streaming over on Stars. Only one episode, actually two episodes out so far, and one episode rolls out each week. So there you go. All right, let's get on over to the new. Oh no, sorry, my box office. Duh. Coming in number 10, it's Last Breath. Number 9 is The Monkey. Number 8 is Dogman. Number 7, Paddington in Peru. Number 6, The Last Supper. Number 5, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Number 4, Captain America: Brave New World. Number 3, Mickey 17. Number 2, it's a debut, Black Bag. And number 1, Novocaine with 8.8 million. They said this weekend at the box office was one of the lowest that they've ever seen, which is pretty damn sad. Like they're talking about like pandemic era numbers for, the number one movie to only be at 8.8 million. Black Bag, I was interested in. But then I felt like it was kind of more of a streaming movie. It looks like a fun kind of espionage, secret, agent kind of movie. It's got a great cast with Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett. Looks really good. But I couldn't drag myself to the theater to see that one. But I'm definitely glad to see Novocaine hanging in there at that top spot. So that's your box office. Now let's switch gears and get into the news of the week. Okay, so remember, if you want to see any of these trailers, you want to watch any of these videos, read any of these interviews, best place to get all of this is on our X page. Go to x.com/am I on the air, and you can follow along whether you are a subscriber or not. It doesn't matter. Just go check it out. All right, let's kick it off. Prison Break. Prison Break is coming back. It's getting a reboot, and we have our cast. The reboot pilot has cast Emily Browning, Lucas Gage, and Drake Roger. So, very familiar with Emily Browning. She's amazing. Lucas Gage is blowing up, so great addition there. Not familiar much with Drake Roger. I don't know if we need another Prison Break. Supposedly, this is set in the same universe, but it's obviously a new cast and crew. So, we have the new poster for F1. Of course, this is the racing movie with Brad Pitt. Uh, Pretty cool little poster here. Joseph Kosinski is the director. He was the director of Top Gun Maverick. And this movie stars Brad Pitt, and it comes out on June 27th. We also have the new poster for Sinners. And again, that hits theaters on April 18th, which looks really good. We have the first teaser trailer for based on Stephen King's novella, Mike Flanagan's The Life of Chuck. My wife read this book. She said this should be an interesting movie. I don't know anything about it. Tom Hiddleston, there's a bunch of other people in this movie, and the trailer doesn't really show us much, but I'm looking forward to checking it out due to Mike Flanagan, Stephen King. It just has all the right ingredients there. Plus, we have the brand new full trailer for F1. We just talked about the poster. Brad Pitt. I'm not big into racing movies, but this looks pretty damn good. So, looking forward to that. We got the new poster for The Last of Us Season 2. Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey back. This premieres on Max on April 13th. We have the first full trailer for Black Mirror Season 7. That's right, Black Mirror is back. It is premiering on April 10th over on Netflix. This season's cast includes Will Poulter, Aquafina, Emma Corrin, Paul Giamatti, Kristen Milotti, Issa Rae, and a whole bunch more. We have the new poster for The Assessment. This stars Alicia Vikander, Elizabeth Olsen, and Himesh Patel. This movie hits theaters this Friday on March 21st. Landman has finally been renewed for season 2 over on Paramount Plus. Very excited about this. Landman is one of these shows that I was like, I'll give it a watch. Probably not going to like it, and ended up loving it. It's a Taylor Sheridan show over on Paramount Plus. The first season was fantastic. Finally, glad to get the news that it has been renewed for season 2. We have the all-new teaser trailer for On Swift Horses. This hits theaters on April 25th, starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Jacob Elordi, Will Poulter, Diego Calva, and Sasha Calle. We have the new trailer for Hacks Season 4. Gene Smart and Hannah Enenbinder. Hacks Season 4 premieres April 10th over on Max. We have the first full trailer for John Hamm's new show, Your Friends and Neighbors. This comes to Apple TV Plus on April 11th. You know what I just said about Apple TV Plus. It's going to be gangsters. So looking forward, I will definitely be checking out Your Friends and Neighbors for sure. It's already been added to the queue. Daniel Radcliffe is joining the cast of Tracy Morgan and Tina Fey's new NBC comedy show. Industry season 4 has added Kiernan Shipka to the cast, so nice little addition there. Glenn Powell has been cast in the new sci-fi movie The Natural Order. Mufasa's Barry Jenkins will direct the film. We have the first trailer for Paul Walter Hauser's new film, The Luckiest Man in America, which is based on a true story about this guy that kind of was able to rig Press Your Luck, the show way back in the day. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. I love this show, and somehow he figured out the timing of how to skip the whammies, which basically took all your money away. And it's a crazy true story, man. So this movie looks really, really good. Looking forward to this one here. Steve Buscemi is a retired serial killer in the new trailer for Psychotherapy. Um, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, we got an article up with him talking about working with Martin Scorsese for his new Hawaiian crime movie that they're putting together. So this one sounds good. This is the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Emily Blunt with Martin Scorsese directing. Sounds awesome right there. We have the trailer for Sneaks. This is an animated movie that has some voice work from Anthony Mackie and Martin Lawrence. It's a new family animated film about sneakers, so check that out. Baby Girl is finally getting its release over on Max. This is Nicole Kidman's sexual movie from A24. It is debuting on April 25th. The Perfect Couple season 2 is coming back, but it's got a twist. It's going to be an anthology series moving forward. It will feature a new cast and new source materials. So, very cool there. I like when shows do anthologies because you keep the same kind of premise, but you don't dig it into a hole with the same old shit, and we get to mix it up. So, that's why I like American Horror Story. You get something different each and every time. So, looking forward to Perfect Couple season 2. An Oasis concert movie from Peaky Blinders creator will film during their reunion tour. A Tiger Woods biopic is happening from Barack and Michelle Obama. Very interesting there. Russell Crowe is going to star in a new Cold War movie called Billion Dollar Spy. Lizzie Kaplan is going to be doing a new PR show. It's coming from A24. It's going to be a crisis PR show that has just been greenlit. And yeah, so it's going to be very interesting about her putting out fires for celebrities. We've seen this happen before. We have the trailer for Caught, which is Netflix's newest Harlan Coben mystery show. Orlando Bloom and Bryce Dallas Howard are going deep cover, which is a new movie that they're doing together here. Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black season 2 is coming, and we have the first little teaser trailer for that. WB's Mickey 17 cut tested better than what we got with the Bong Joon-ho cut. The Robert Pattinson movie will lose at least $100 million for Warner Brothers, which is insane. Nikki Glazer is set to return as host for the Golden Globes in 2026. Great news there. She was fantastic as the host. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has added Sons of Anarchy actor Ryan Hurst to the cast. Shrinking has added Jeff Daniels for a key role in season 3. Love this. Jeff Daniels is awesome. Shrinking is one of the best shows on television. That's a good match right there. The Lizzie Kaplan crisis PR drama has landed at Netflix, by the way. They're the ones that have greenlit it and brought it up. BMF is coming for season 4 soon over at Stars, and we have the first teaser trailer for that. Dexter Resurrection continues to add to its cast as they just added David Dastmalchian in a mystery guest role. Elizabeth Olsen will headline the FX drama pilot Seven Sisters. Chloe Grace Moretz is set to lead in the upcoming serial killer film The Edge of Normal. Daniel Craig is being eyed to star in Netflix's Chronicles of Narnia movie. Moses the Black, Omar Epps, is set to star in gangland drama with Wiz Khalifa, Quavo, and Chukwudi Uwiji from 50 Cent on as the executive producer. Once again, it's called Moses the Black. Ted Lasso is finally happening, baby. It is coming back. Ted Lasso has been officially renewed for season 4 over on Apple TV Plus. After more than a year of speculation, Apple TV Plus has ordered a 4th season of Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis has signed on to reprise his role, and the rumor is that he will be coaching a women's soccer/football team. So there you go. There, we'll see if that goes through. Jenna Ortega, along with Taylor Russell, are in talks for a single white female reboot. Elizabeth Gabler's 3000 Pictures, which has a deal with Sony, is looking to remake the 1992 horror drama Single White Female with Jenna Ortega and Taylor Russell in negotiations to star. We have the first poster for Freakier Friday, of course, with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And on top of the poster, we got the first teaser trailer. It's about a minute and a half, and you can see the trailer. It hits theaters August 8th. This looks like a Disney Plus movie, I'm going to be honest. I mean, the first movie was charming, doing it again, but now with the kids, we've seen it. There's another movie with Jennifer Garner on Netflix that is basically this exact concept. So I don't know, man. Like I said, it looks like a Disney Plus movie. This does not look theatrical, but hopefully we can have some fun with it. Happy to announce that Percy Jackson and the Olympians has already been renewed for a third season over on Disney Plus. Even though season 2 ain't even out, we're getting season 3. So love to see that for sure. Um, a new Starship Troopers movie is in the works from District 9 and Chappie director Neil Blomkamp. Now, supposedly, this is not a direct remake or reboot of the original movie that Paul Verhoeven did. This is based on the book. Yes, there is a book of Starship Troopers. That's where the source material comes from. And he is adapting the book. So it'll have some stuff from the movie, but it is not a reboot of that exact film. There was some leaked artwork that came out a couple weeks ago that supposedly was from the new Avengers movies. Well, the Russo brothers have addressed that artwork and they say that it's totally fake. It has nothing to do with their movies, and don't believe what you see because you're going to be disappointed. So yeah, so there you go. It's fake. Don't believe in it. Michael B. Jordan would love to work with Jonathan Majors again in Creed 4. That's right. So he's stepping up, saying he wants to bring Jonathan Majors back for Creed 4. We'll see if that ends up happening. Lanterns, which is now filming, has added Jason Ritter to the cast. Alicia Vikander has exited M. Night Shyamalan's new movie. So that's unfortunate because she's always great in anything that she does there. Going back to Starship Troopers, just to confirm, like I said, the project is not a remake of Paul Verhoeven's 1997 film, but will rather go back to the 1959 novel as the full source material. Okay, there's a new psychological thriller being put together called The Technique, and Kelsey Esbill, Emma Roberts have signed on to it. Reacher season 3, man, Reacher season 3. I just got to take a second to say how incredible Reacher season 3 is right now. I am loving it. It's my favorite thing on TV right now. Reacher season 3 is also a massive hit for Amazon. It is the most watched returning season ever on Prime Video, and it's the most watched season on Prime Video since Fallout. So big numbers there. I love to see it because this show is incredible and it deserves all the love. Black Mirror season 7 will premiere on April 10th over on Netflix. Hacks comes out April 10th over on Max. We got the poster for that as well. Emilio Estevez says that he is going to do Young Guns 3 and that he's also going to direct the film, so they are ready to go. We'll see if this actually ever ends up happening. It's been a long time since Young Guns 2, which is actually one of my favorite westerns. It is cheesy, but I love Young Guns 2. Maybe it was the John Bon Jovi soundtrack. I don't know, but I love Young Guns 2. So be interesting to see a Young Guns 3 all these years later. The Bondsman. Oh man, I love this trailer and I'm so excited. The devil has resurrected Kevin Bacon as a chainsaw wielding bounty hunter to send unruly demons back to hell in the new series, The Bondsman. We got the new poster. This premieres April 3rd on Prime Video. It definitely reminds me of Ash versus the Evil Dead. Kevin Bacon dies, he gets resurrected, and now he's on the hunt to find demons, and it looks fun, it looks funny, it looks gruesome, it looks like everything Ash versus Evil Dead was, so hopefully it has that same kind of joy, and I'm gonna be there for the win there. Love it, love it, love it, love it. We got the first poster for The Materialist. This is starring Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. The first trailer for Celine Song's new film has also dropped, so you can check that out and see what you think of that one. Great cast, man, right? Human Torch with the new Mr. Fantastic courting Madam Web. This is very, very cool. So we got a report that Saw 11 is probably canceled. That's right. The horrors franchise future seems to be in jeopardy. It sounds like they cannot get this new movie together, even though it was supposed to come out a year ago. It was supposed to come out in September of 2024, and then it got pushed back a year to September of 2025. They still haven't filmed this thing, and supposedly the writers, the directors, everybody's busting heads. They're clashing. They don't agree on nothing, and the movie is just at a standstill, and nobody knows what to do. And it sounds like this might be the end of the Saw franchise as we know it. We got some, which is very sad because I love the Saw franchise, and the last one, Saw 10, was excellent. So very sad to see them get stuck on it. We got some new Mortal Kombat 2 photos. That's right. We got our first look at Katana and Shao Kahn, which is pretty cool, man. I don't know why we don't have a trailer yet. This movie comes out this year, and all we had so far is like one poster of Carl Urban. So, as Johnny Cage, we need more, man. But hopefully, these photos are a point in the right direction to get more. The Penguins' Colin Farrell is in negotiations to return to the world of DC, but this time it's a little bit different as he's looking to play Sergeant Rock. That's right, the World War II action movie set to be directed by Luca Guadagnino for DC Studios. This is the one that was rumored to have Daniel Craig, and then he dropped out, and then Jeremy Allen White was rumored, then he didn't sign on. So now Colin Farrell might step in, going from Penguin to something out of the makeup and be in both universes, man. He gets to be in the Elseworld and in the actual DCU. Even though I'm a massive DC fan and I'm like, what the fuck is Sergeant Rock? Like, I'd never even heard of this thing. And the fact that this is going first before a Batman movie or a Flash movie or an Aquaman movie or a Wonder Woman movie, like, come on, dude. I don't understand James Gunn's vision of this new DCU when he's putting all these C and D level characters before the camera, before your main stars of a Justice League. I don't get it, but Colin Farrell's great, and if that's the way they go, then sure. Scott Eastwood has been added to the awesome roster of Paramount Pictures feature adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel Regretting You. So this one's already been casted, and then now they just added Scott Eastwood, so that one's getting stacked. We told you that 911's getting another spinoff. It's going to be 911 Nashville, and we have our lead star, Chris O'Donnell. That's right, Robin himself, the original Robin from our, Val Kilmer and George Clooney Batman movies, is coming on to lead 911 Nashville. So I love it, man. Chris O'Donnell's great. It's been a long time since I've seen him because I think he was on like NCIS or something. I never watched that show. So it'd be good to see him on here because I love 911 and I love 911 Lone Star. So I will definitely be watching Nashville. Conan O'Brien set to return as host in 2026 for the next Oscars. The new CBS spinoff FBI CIA will not air a backdoor pilot as the on the original FBI is originally planned, but they're still eyeing a series order for the show. The Sopranos star Steve Shapira has joined Dexter Resurrection. Pamela Anderson is joining Taika Waititi and Ellen Bernstein in a new drama called Place to Be. Paul Rudd talks about the new Anaconda reboot that they're doing, which sounds really awesome. Basically, the premise he was saying of the movie is that they're a group of friends that want to go down to the rainforest to film their own version of the movie they loved in the 90s, Anaconda. But of course, while they're down there are some big ass snakes going after them and drug dealers and all kinds of crazy shit. So I love it, man. It's a meta approach that sounds really, really cool. Congratulations to Zack Snyder. It is the 4-year anniversary of the Justice League Zack Snyder edition, which is amazing. It was my favorite DCU film. It's 4 hours, but it's 4 incredible hours of DC content and definitely worth a revisit, man. I got to go back and watch this one and celebrate. Very happy that it is official. Tulsa King has been renewed for season 3, and season 3 started filming today. Very happy to see that. Love Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. They also wrapped production on Monarch season 2. Monarch is the show based in the Godzilla universe, the monster universe that's over on Apple TV Plus. Very cool show there. Timothy Chalamet's movie, A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan biopic, is going to start streaming on Hulu on March 27th. And speaking of Hulu, now streaming is Anora. That's right. Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, is now streaming on Hulu. So now I can finally watch it. I've been waiting to watch Anora, and I can check it out on Hulu now. Um, we have the first little teaser trailer of Happy Gilmore 2. This is awesome. I'm still waiting on that full trailer, but this was pretty funny, man. It's about a minute and a half, kind of setting up that Adam Sandler is back as Happy, baby. And we got an official release date, July 25th. So remember, this is a Netflix one, and it's coming July 25th. We got the trailer for Dying for Sex. This is a new show starring Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate. This is coming to FX, and it will premiere April 4th over on Hulu as well. We have the first trailer for Shadow Force. This hits theaters on May 2nd. It's starring Kerry Washington, Omar Sy, Mark Strong, Divine Joy Randolph, and Cliff Method Man Smith. So check out that trailer for Shadow Force. Julianne Moore, Megan Fahey, Kevin Bacon, and Millie Alcock star in a new show called Sirens. This hits Netflix on May 22nd. Sadie Sink's new film Odessa is hitting Hulu on March 20th. We have another new poster for Sinners, which looks awesome right here. I love this poster. Very, very cool. We got, like I said, we got the trailer for The Material List. Celine Song directs this film. It hits theaters on June 13th with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. That trailer just dropped this morning. House of David has been renewed for season 2. We have the trailer for Fog of War starring John Cusack. It's a World War II spy movie. We got some more details about the Saul situation you could check out. The Simpsons is getting a 24/7 marathon that is launching on Disney+. Micah Monroe is set to star in Colleen Hoover's new adaptation of Reminders of Him, based on her best-selling book. Solar Opposites is set to end with season 6 over on Hulu. Grosse Pointe Garden Society is moving to Friday nights over on NBC. Sex Lives of College Girls has been canceled after 3 seasons over on Max. Darren Aronofsky might be directing the new Cujo film for Netflix. He is in negotiations for that, which is pretty incredible. MGM Plus has ordered The Westies from the creator of Narcos. Law and Order crossover has been set for April, so get ready, baby, because it's coming. You're going to get a 3-way show for Law and Order. And FX is returning to the world of Snowfall, handing a pilot order to a spinoff centered on Wanda and Leon Simmons. So there you go. If you've been waiting for some more Snowfall, you're gonna get it. And on that note, my friends, that is the end. We have caught up with our news of the week. Thank you so much for joining me and going through it with me here tonight. I hope you all have an amazing week. Let's do a little plugs. Make sure you share the show with all your friends and family. amiontheair.com is the easiest way to get to everything, all the episodes, all the links. It's right there, amiontheair.com. Give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on X at amiontheair. You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. Same handles over on Threads. We're over on Blue Sky. Make sure you follow. You can search Am I on the Air on basically all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you'll find us, and you can subscribe to us anywhere you like. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you stream. Give us a subscription, give us a like, give us a 5-star, and I appreciate it. Shout out to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and Pop Culture Pros. Make sure you follow on X at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, and Pop Culture_Pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. And on that note, my friends, that is it for us. I don't know if I can get to the theater this weekend. We're going to see. It's busy, busy, busy. My birthday is this weekend as well, so got a lot going on, but we'll see what's up, and we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and get you caught up with all that latest and greatest. So take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, y'all, peace. Red Dragon!